worth mouthing.
Actually, one may say poultry in motion.
Oh! We all know that motion only goes one way.
So we're doing a collaborative. This lighting is the pits. Are we okay? We're lit by
It's
multiple.
too much.
It's too much. Should we just turn the screen off?
Let's turn it off. Let's turn it around.
Oh my god, that's so much better.
Isn't it? But now we don't get that Golden Ghost framing.
Who cares? Who cares? So, meow. That's great.
Okay. Moral time. Ba ba da ba 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 ba.
Thanks, Peaches. For this suite of episodes, I wanted to focus on the first one that we watched, which was Big Daddy's Little Lady. For those that came in later, I see
daddy issues.
Yeah, it was all about daddy issues, and also simultaneously
Time's up, folks. For those of you watching at home, that was a deliberate technical error, also known as sabotage.
It's not like Terrence wants to hear me anyway.
Glarderberg, Sabotage Central.
So what I thought was really fascinating about the episode Big Daddy's Little Lady, where Big Daddy comes back to, or Blanche's father, Big Daddy, comes back to Miami to announce his engagement to a woman who is...
Blanche's age.
or quite a bit younger than Blanche. And I...
As a child of divorce.
Well, I wasn't going to go there, but we also already handed out my notes from my trauma group to a random stranger at the bar. Literally my homework notes from trauma group.
She framed them.
Yeah. It's like, personal effects.
You're doing great.
Yeah, it's like Picasso signing a napkin, essentially. Because I'm a fucking professional at therapy these days. No, I was actually going to focus on this as like the post-Valentine's Day episode or screening, and I have now been out of the love of my life relationship for just over 2.5 years. Yay! Right, great. Here's to the single life-ish. And one of the things that struck me about this episode was the attitude that Blanche was copying about the issue that she took with Big Daddy having a relationship with someone younger. Immediately, it was the thought of this widow Spencer being a gold digger, and that the relationship was only either based on sex or on an economic exchange.
Also known as the Elektra complex, in which Blanche must and can only project her own unsatisfied desires for her father onto the younger woman.
Right? Obviously.
Elektra, right?
Yeah, so Elektra. That's So Elektra, starring Raven Simone.
That's so Elektra.
So the frustration was, my frustration was also echoed, was amplified by the echoing of Blanche's sentiment by the other girls.
Are you following that?
I mean, I'm following it.
Okay.
In the kitchen where they're talking about the 60-year-old man with the gold chains who comes in with a 20-year-old on his arm, and that there was a 40-year age difference, so therefore, what do they have in common? So the relationship that the 7-year relationship that I had was with a man who's 25 years my senior, and
really bossy.
And I really appreciated the intergenerational aspect of the relationship in terms of not only having a mentor figure in my life, but also for knowledge production. The ability for us to engage in conversations about our very different realities, lived realities, was a thing that couldn't happen if I was dating someone who grew up in the time that I did and understood their queerness in the same way that I did. And one of the things that I found the most beautiful about being queer is that this is a relationship dynamic that I've seen play out again and again in my life and also in the lives of a number of other folks. It's a thing that we see as a thing that we see kind of shunned or nullified or dampened, I think as a result of...
Or just read for filth generally, yeah. Because you see in another... I'll let you finish. Because there's another moment too where in the other episode we see Blanche espousing a necessarily queer liberatory interpretation of the accidental, if you will, gold cest of the two children having a moment together in the palm frond palm frond festooned boudoir of Blanche herself. And here was the person, I think the Elektra complex is the only explanation for such a divergent reaction in, regarding the sexuality of youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obvi. So there you have it. Thanks to the girls for that one.
Thanks to the girls.
Thanks to Peaches Lepage coming all the way from Montréal, the Belle Provence, to help co-host tonight.
Thank you for letting me interrupt you.
We'll talk about it later.